So we're here at bait site number 1, and I just want to talk with you a little bit about how we set this bait site up to give us good success when it comes time to actually hunt. So you'll see I've got a wall system, kind of a crib built, and the idea behind this wall system behind the bait pit is that the bears are going to have to come around the front that way and give me a quartering away shot, which is a great shot on a black bear. So my stand's over that way. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but let's talk through the actual bait site first. So we got walls that are gonna make the bears kind of do what we want from an access perspective, we hope. And then I went with the pit system. So I basically dug a hole big enough to dump a couple of 5-gallon pails full of bear bait. So granola and all kinds of treats, licorice. You'll see in a little bit when we get to the bait section of this. But basically I went with logs big enough to keep the little bears out, maybe, but definitely small enough so that the bigger bears, 200-300 pounders, can open this sucker up and get fed. All right, so basically how this site's set up is we got the pit, and it's in clay and sand, so it's gonna drain really well. And then we've got our logs set up, and basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stack these logs over the top of the pit so that when the bears come in, they're gonna have to roll the logs out of the way and earn it to get at the bait. We'll dump peanut butter and oil all around the site to bring them in so they'll know there's some feed underneath here. But basically then I can get a look at my, my pit here and see if the logs are thrown off, and I know if they have, the bears have already hit it for the day. So just a nice solution, super simple, old school solution that I got from some of the locals that have had tons of success as it relates to black bears for years and years out here. So part of the reason that we chose this site is we wanted to get really, really good access. The last thing I want to do is bust bears when I'm walking through the woods in their territory on my way to the stand. So you can see the stand behind me and the pond behind the stand. We jump in the canoe from up by the house, take the canoe down for access through the pond, park the canoe into the stand, and we've never stepped foot in the woods. And so that leaves me from the stand with a sweet little 20-yard shot to the bait site. So in general, just setting up the bait site, we want to make sure we have really good access. We want to have a stand location that allows us to get in and out of there quickly without busting the bear. We want to have a crib built, something to basically just route the bears so you get a really good clean shot. And then we want to have an actual bait site that makes the bear work a little bit for it, and there's plenty of feed there waiting for them when they get here. You got to reward them. So that's what we did. That's how I set up the bait site, and hoping for a real solid year here in 2020.